Roberto, very cool. Come on over here. Have you ever ridden a motorcycle?
No.
It's okay to say no. That's what this experience is for.
Okay.
Awesome. So we have these Harley Davidson. It's the X350. What we're going to do today is work through a couple different components and controls, show you how to safely mount and dismount the motorcycle. We're going to ride up to several cones, we'll power walk up there, and then we'll probably ride on back. This is just a first ride experience. Good so far?
Yeah.
Perfect. Come on over here to the left side of the motorcycle. With both hands, reach up onto the hand grips, and with your right hand, squeeze that front brake for me. Very nice. Right leg up and over. Keep squeezing that. That way the motorcycle doesn't move as you're mounting or dismounting. Then, with the handlebars, we'll stand the bike up. There we go. With our left foot, go ahead and kick the side stand back. Nice. Keep both hands on the hand grips. What I will ask though, if we're not using the brake, go ahead and put the brake away, meaning 4 fingers around the throttle. Good. The front brake provides the majority of stopping power for the bike. How we use it is a nice progressive squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So reach up and squeeze the brake. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we're done, put the brake away. Yep, all 4 fingers around the throttle. Again, reach up and squeeze the brake and put the brake away. And one more time, reach up and squeeze the brake and put the brake away. This, nice and smoothly, provides a smooth stop for the motorcycle. Front brake. Behind that is the throttle. We use a wrist flat position, great posture right there, flat just below the knuckles. By rolling on towards you, it gives gas. So roll on just a little bit towards you and roll off. We say roll on to go, roll off to slow. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit, literally just below the knuckle. Now roll on again, roll off, reach and squeeze the brake. Good, and put the brake away. Roll on again, roll off, reach and squeeze the brake. Put the brake away. Let's roll on about half of that. We're not going to need too much gas at all, so good. Roll off, reach and squeeze the brake. Good, and put the brake away. So that's the front brake, that's the throttle. The only other control that we're going to use today is the clutch lever. By squeezing the clutch, literally it removes power to the rear wheel. So go ahead with that left hand, squeeze it in. 0 power right now to the rear wheel. As we begin easing the clutch out, it will start to transfer power to the rear wheel. So squeeze that all the way in, ease out to about halfway, ease the rest of the way. Good. Squeeze all the way in. Someplace in that halfway point is going to be that friction zone. It's where the friction point begins and we start transferring power. We teach to that point to use it just a little bit. So all the way in, 0. Out would be 5. Someplace in that 2, 2.5, 3-ish area. We'll find that in just a second. Good with these 3 controls so far? Perfect. Let's try this with the motorcycle running. We've got the ignition key. So squeeze it all the way in. 0 power to the rear wheel. Smoothly, slowly ease it all the way out. And at that point, it will start to transfer power to the rear wheel. Good, so let's start this bike. We'll see what all of this feels like. Squeeze your clutch in for me. We have the ignition key on. We have an engine cutoff switch on. Press that black button there, and that should start the motorcycle. If we are in neutral and out of gear, as we ease the clutch out, nothing will happen. So nice, slow, smooth ease of the clutch. Good. Perfect. So for now, let's focus on the throttle just a little bit. Give a nice, smooth little bit of a roll on. Good, just a little bit. Pretty sensitive, isn't it? Yeah, so just a little bit. Good. Roll off, reach, and squeeze that brake. And put the brake away. Roll on again. Nice. Reach and squeeze the brake. And put the brake away. One last time with the throttle. And roll off. Now do me a favor, squeeze your clutch in. We'll keep that squeezed. Rev the throttle for me. Makes a lot of noise, right? Is the bike doing anything? No, this has gas to the engine. This controls your safety and speed. That's what the clutch does. Ready to play? And we are now in first gear. We'll go ahead and keep our feet down on the ground. And what I would like you to do, slowly, smoothly, start to ease that clutch out. As soon as you feel power to the rear wheel, squeeze the clutch in. So we're not going to move, we're just going to feel where does that friction point begin. Good, and squeeze it in. Go to that point again. Good, and squeeze it in to that point again. So if in is 0, out is 5, give me a number. Where do you think that friction point begins?
2, 3.
2.5-ish, maybe? Okay, perfect. This time, go to that point, use it just a smidge, take a step or two, and put your headlight by my hand. And when you get there, squeeze the clutch. And one more time, headlight to my hand. Good, good. Have we used any throttle yet? Minimal, if any. Yep, if you were large like me, you'd probably have some more. Headlight to my hand. Good, good. And when you get here, just squeeze the clutch. Front brake if you need. See the cones? Meet me here. To that friction point, use it just a little bit. Take several steps. Awesome. Squeeze the clutch, front brake if we need. Let's, just for giggles, experience where your feet are going to go. So your bike is off. I'm going to keep this squeezed, both hands on the hand grips. Take your left foot, put it up on the foot peg. Left foot down, right foot up. Right foot down, left foot up. Look at me at this point, both feet up, both feet down. Both feet up, both feet down. So now we know where they go and what it feels like. I will start your motorcycle. Go ahead and hit the black button. So to go into first gear, I will move the shift lever down. All that means is power can now transfer to the rear wheel. So what are we going to do? Go back to that friction point, find that point, use it a little bit, and put your headlight by my hand. Perfect. Squeeze your clutch, front brake if we need. Very good. To the cones. Good. And the only thing I'm going to ask is if we're not using the brake, put the brake away. That way we can't grab it, just in case. To the next set of cones. To that friction point, take multiple steps. Big steps. Meet me here. Squeeze your clutch, squeeze the brake as we need. Up here to these 3 cones. All good. Keep that squeezed. This time we're going to step, 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 step. When and if you're ready, lift your feet, and we're going to stop at those 3 cones on the end. Ready to play? When you are, sir. Good, knees in will help stabilize the bike. And when we get to here, squeeze your clutch, squeeze the brake, both feet down. 1 and 2. Woohoo! Kind of cool?
Yeah.
Double high five.